started. Make sure everybody tweet the little bird on the left to share with your people about this blab. I want to introduce myself. For those that do not know, my name is Troy. I'm a coach. I live in Pensacola, Florida. I'm a coach with JMT, which is John Maxwell. And I'm a coach, trainer, speaker. I also work in the area of financial services. I help people plan their retirement. I'm licensed in about 17 states. And I'm going to turn it over to Bola and then Sherita.
Hi, everyone. I am also a John Maxwell team certified coach, trainer, and speaker. And I'm also, my specialization is in education. So I'm an educational consultant, and I'm a coach and a speaker on education.
Hello, everyone. I am Sherita Douglas, another John Maxwell team member, of course. And I specialize in transformational leadership. Basically, I specialize in taking processes into organizations. I can take them into governments. And I can also work with individuals personal, as well as I am also a trainer and a speaker. So that's me.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is our team. We've been working together. We had our first blab, was it Tuesday? And so this is our second blab. So we'll be here every Tuesday around this time, about 3 o'clock Central Time. And so we start talking, and we John Maxwell came out with a book called Intentional Living. And basically the book is for us, to make a difference, to make an impact. And so we have a 7-day experiment, which is free, and then we had a 30-day journal. But we decided that we wanted to do in the month of November. We wanted to focus on acts of kindness. Mm-hmm. At first, we called it random acts of kindness, but we had a guest, and he said, "Why don't you call it intentional acts of kindness?" And so we said, "Yeah, we like that because it's what we're talking about, intentional living." And so in the month of November, it's 30 days, and also Thanksgiving is the month. November is the month of Thanksgiving, and we're going to have 30 days of random or intentional acts of kindness. And basically what we're going to do is we want every day for us to do something. It could be small, it could be great, but do something for somebody. I prefer a stranger, but it could be a family member, it could be a friend, but do something for somebody that makes a difference. And what we want to do is have everybody come back to the blab, and we want to discuss, what was the testimony, what was the impact, how did it affect you, how did it affect them. We want people to share the testimonies and the opportunities of what happened by doing just an act of kindness. It could be opening a door, it could be sending a note, it could be a smile, whatever the act is. Yeah. Anybody else want to add something to that?
I'm just so excited that we're starting this. A lot of thoughts are running through my head on what I could do, especially in the area of sharing my gifts and talents to the world and just being intentional about it. So I am just excited. I'm excited about this. I'm going to start my intentional act actually tomorrow. I know it's not November yet.
Just start ahead of time. Okay.
I'm doing it ahead of time because I'm just fortunate that I'm going to have a bunch of friends over. They are educators, and we're going to be talking about how we can help, fellow colleagues and parents and students in transforming schools culturally and academically. And so what I'm going to do is talk about, how we live out our purpose and through our own stories, and also give them a journal, just so that they can go out there and just start writing all the intentional acts that they are going to, how they're going to pay it forward with their gifts and talents they have as educators. So I'm excited, and they don't know, so it's going to be a surprise.
Good, great.
Sherita? I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm doing this. So.
I'm really excited about it. As you both know, one of the things that I wanted to do since starting Intentional Living was to raise enough money to be able to allow 500 veterans to go through this program, because I think it's very, very powerful and would be extremely significant in helping them to overcome some of the obstacles that they're now facing. it's when you take the focus off yourself and you put it on someone else. And the good part about doing this is that the brain doesn't know any different. The brain doesn't know when you're being kind to yourself or when you're being kind to someone else. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'm going to be on adrenaline all month in November. All those endorphins that are released when you do something really nice for someone else, I'm going to be receiving them for myself. But yeah, I'm going to give a lot of focus and energy to raising this awareness for veterans and raising money for them to be able to go through intentional living. So this is very, very exciting. And I have so many things already written down. And Troy sent us this awesome list of things that we could do. And so I'm just like so looking forward to that. Taking some crayons to a waiting room and an emergency room, you know.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Crayons and coloring books. And you know, like even adults love to do crossword puzzles and things.
Yes.
Some of those and take them into emergency waiting rooms and things of that sort. So I'm looking forward to it.
Right. Oh, wow.
If you're new to the blab, if you click on the person's picture and just give them some props and click your mouse, we love the props. And also, now I lost my chain of thought. I see Ryan has come in.
Hi, Ryan.
And Sherita, Anthony is on here. He's a fellow JMTer, and he's Power Incorporated, and he's also a part of the team of the virtual sales boot camp. So
hi, Anthony.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So if anybody wants to come into in the seat and just talk about plans, you know, any plans that they have or they've done so far on, you know, demonstrating intentional acts of kindness, we would love to hear your thoughts on this because it's great. It's great. My mom actually said this morning, this afternoon, she was saying how, hey Ryan, thanks for joining us.
Hey Ryan, thank you.
Love it. She was saying how on the news she actually saw how they featured some cars at a drive-through and how everyone was paying for each and everyone's coffee or whatever. She said it was like a line of people performing intentional acts.
Wow.
Right. And she thought about telling me this because she knew that we were on that similar journey.
Right. Yes. Yes.
This is really catching on. I said, well, we haven't even started yet.
Right. Well, you know, Sherita, Bola, I told you periodically, I'm inspired to do that. I'll be in the drive-thru and I say, hey, I want to pay for the person's meal behind me. And so what happens is it started being a chain effect. People just start, well, they did mine. And then, you know, you just never know. A person could be going through a bad day. They could be having a bad day, something, you know, somebody in the hospital or whatever. And you just do something small that makes their day. And so we never know how, my pastor said a lot of times people come to church with a Christmas face, but a Halloween heart.
Wow.
In other words, on the outside, they look all good, but on the inside, they're hurting. And so we never know when people are hurting or things are happening that we can make a difference and we can make an impact with those people.
Right, right. Ryan, what do you think? What are you up to?
Well, when this young lady said something about the veterans, it hit my heart, and I got to share with you something that I haven't shared. This is not public information, but you're pulling it out of me.
Okay.
So,
And you're making it public.
okay. Pastor Troy, you know about left-hand giving.
Yes.
You know about right-hand giving.
Right.
I'm going to share my right-hand giving, which I never share.
Okay.
So left hand is what we do in the public square, which people see, like the example of buying the coffee behind. So for the past 11 years, every Saturday, I wish you'd edit and delete this portion because I don't like to talk about my right hand, but you're pulling it out.
I understand.
I go and minister to the VA community right up the road from me.
Okay.
So the VA,
That's wonderful.
the VA community in my neck of the woods is the most atrocious thing. They are throwaways. They're absolute disposable humans. Family. I've witnessed it myself. The people drive up the car with their vet, they pushing them out of that car, and they keep on driving.
Wow.
They have a building, and then they have detached single-family homes.
Okay.
People drive up and drop food off and leave. There's no human interaction with these people. So every Saturday morning, I do my routine. I have 2 stops. The first stop isn't appropriate to this conversation. Second stop is I go to the VA. Okay. And I go to those homes where there is no human interaction, knock on the door. So intentional kindness, Bola, that I'm loving on a portion of our population, which is ignored. Sometimes they shut the door in my face. Sometimes I sit down and I break bread with them, or I do whatever they need to be done, flesh on flesh. Yes. So I'm with you, Sherita, and I want to connect you with a friend of mine up in Connecticut, who this is his passion.
Wow.
Ryan, where are you located?
I'm in Pennsylvania, and I wanted to find out where you were, Troy. Where are you?
I'm in Pensacola.
You're in Florida too. Okay.
Yeah.
But the geography doesn't matter when you have a mission.
It doesn't.
Right. That's right.
The more spread out we are, the more we're able to force multiply. So
right.
Yeah. Right.
So are you on Facebook, Sherita?
Yes, I am. I'll put my my name there.
Because I definitely want to connect you with my friend Bernie.
And this is what we're looking for,
right?
To be able to make the connections, for different things. Because we all have different passions,
yes,
different desires, and we're trying to make an impact. I was saying today to the team. I said I hope. I said we work together as a team, and I said I've been looking for us to do big things as a team and also individually, because there's going to be some areas. Bola's an educator, so she could go the route of education, and me, I got various routes: ministry, churches, financial services. I'm a veteran myself, so I got many routes that I could go, and so we can make an impact. And so that's what we really want to do is thank you, celebrate who you are. Tell us what's your name and where you're from. Thank you for joining us.
I will jump out now. I just wanted to give you my love, guys. I love you.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. But Ryan, you're so right about that. That human touch, that personal touch, is very, very important. And that, to me, is what intentional acts is all about. I mean, we can have good intentions. We can watch. We could look at people that are suffering on television and all of that. But basically, what are our acts? What are we intentionally doing? And you going in and having that face-to-face contact and that human contact, very, very important. And I thank you for it. I commend you for it. And just bless you for that.
I am merely a servant, Bola. Merely a servant. You guys are put in my path, and I think I was put in yours.
Yes.
Boy, I have a passion for ministry as well.
Okay.
I've been in children's ministry for probably 12 years. I've been in youth ministry, crazy challenge kind of guy. That's me.
Ryan, connect with me on Facebook.
Throw me in how I find you on Facebook, Troy.
Troy Holt.
And mine is.
Yeah. Troy, you should put yours down there as well. Yeah?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Did you put the link, or did you just put your name?
Just my name.
Okay.
This is great. This is really great. I mean, I feel just like Sherita said, once you perform an act of kindness, your brain doesn't even know. I mean, you get all excited, as the recipient of it, when acts of kindness is done toward you. But I think it's also as you give, And so I know for me, I love to see the smiles on people's faces when you do something, when they unexpectedly, and
right.
they say to you, you were the answered prayer. You were the one I've been praying for. And that's why I tell people, you never know. You walk around this world knowing that you have something that someone else needs, someone else wants. And so the unselfish thing to do is to give of yourself,
Sure.
So yes, I just commend everyone who does, who takes their time, because time too is something that's selfless of your time, So yes.
And there's a scripture that says it's more blessed to give than to receive.
Yes.
But people don't. What that means is it's better to be in a position to have the give to somebody than to be in a position that you're the one needing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. And so I would rather be the one that I give somebody light bill money and then the one to have to ask somebody for light.
Oh yeah.
Look, you know what else, Troy? Because there was a part in my life that my pride got in the way, that I didn't want to accept the gifts when people were loving on me. So when I was sued out of existence by a major corporation, I had to accept food and clothing from other people. And you know what I learned through that journey was that I had to accept and embrace other people loving upon me, which was a difficult thing.
That's powerful.
And you know what? When I opened myself up to other people, they said to me, "How dare you stop us from loving upon you?" I'm like,
wow,
what an idiot am I?
Right.
That's right.
I have the ability to love on other people. Now I've got to love on other people. So,
let me good example. So last week, 2 weeks ago, I ministered a message called "Expect the Unexpected," and so 3 days later, I had to expect the unexpected. I have a house. My house was built in 1958, and I had my pipes is up in the ceiling, and the pipe busted. So the water would just. I was in my office, which is in my garage, and I'm going up front, and I'm thinking it's a toilet. I'm saying, well, I ain't used that toilet because I got 2 bathrooms, and water is everywhere. It's all in my living room. It's in my den. It's in my bedroom, and water is everywhere. Good thing I was home. And so I said, well, my wife, she was laughing. I was laughing. Hey, you just preached a message, expect the unexpected. I said, yeah, I sure did. I said, I'm laughing too. And so our pastor, what he did is, we said, we're going to stay in a hotel tonight. And he gave us, just a little, just to help us out, a little money. My wife said, well, I don't want to take. I told my wife, I said, well, we need to accept our blessing. I said, sometimes because our pride, we don't want to accept the blessing. That's what Ryan said. Sometimes we have to get rid of our pride and accept the blessing, because we always are giving.
Yes,
it's not looking to receive. We're looking to give. And even I'm gonna share this with you to help somebody. Every financial situation we've been through, foreclosure, bankruptcy, or judgment, or repossession. I've been through it all. And still, we were giving. Still, we were giving.
That's it.
And so I don't always share that with people, but. Now it's past. My wife, she's very private, and I'm private too. But I said, I'm always trying to help somebody. So when I tell people, I said, I've been through it all those financial, and you would never know, because we didn't hold our head down. We didn't cry. We just kept doing, kept giving, kept supporting, And so, so I just wanted to share that to help somebody that, we can, our testimony, our story, our giving, we can help somebody and inspire somebody, to pay it forward.
That's it. You are right about that.
Yeah. It is true that no matter where I've been in my life, and I've been homeless. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but I've been homeless. Even during those times, I was homeless with a 1-year-old son at the age of 16.
Wow. Okay.
But even when I didn't have, or I had so little, I still gave to others. And I don't know, I think we are naturally that way. Circumstances and situations take that away from us. And so if we can get ourselves back into a place where we're giving, what we realize is that's a cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
The more you give, it has to come back, because it's a cycle that keeps going and going. But for sure, to give to others definitely does something for the individual that's giving it. Because I've had times when, I've been like so down and I couldn't get myself out of it mentally. But when I went to go and volunteer at a homeless shelter, or when I went to go and talk to some other vets that sit at a park and that's all they do all day long. It came out of me that, wow, I'm able to lift myself up because of doing something for someone else. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to be a part of giving this process of intentional living to veterans, because this is an anniversary of a time that I experienced when I was in the military. And usually I'm down and I'm depressed and I'm, because it's an anniversary time and I have post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of it. But because of this intentional living, because of doing something for someone else, because of thinking of other people, what's happened to me is that now I'm able to focus on doing something for others. And as a result, I don't have time to sit around feeling sorry for myself. I'm on a mission. Right. I'm on a mission.
Mission, right.
Yeah. And it's incredible because really what's happening to me is that I'm being uplifted to the point where looking back is not even an option. Let me just keep looking forward. And I think that's what happens. We look back so much. That's why we get stuck.
But you know what they say about a lot, right? It's
And so to not have this time where I'm looking back, but I'm looking forward, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I want to offer it to as many people as possible. And it's like I was saying, force multiplication is something else. So to give this, imagine giving this to 500 veterans who are stuck. And all they need is just one little thing to help them move forward. Those videos that John does every day for 30 days, they're phenomenal. And so to be able to take that and give it to them and let them begin to do something for another veteran. And Troy, it's like you said, we need to tell our stories.
Yes.
Because people think that we are, everything's going on so well with us. We're happy and there's nothing. No, people need to know that we struggle too.
That's right.
In all areas. And we still are here saying we need to give to others. We need to do something for somebody else because we know what comes from that is that we begin to feel good about ourselves. So, yeah.
I see it as sowing seeds, and intentionally sowing seeds and sowing into the lives of people, and then expecting a harvest, and it may not be where you think it's coming from.
Right.
It will happen. You know what I mean? That's just the universe. I feel like that's just the universal law. That's just what happens. And so I just get excited about that. I think I've started to live my life in expectation. And so every time I wake up, I get excited because I'm able to start my day anew with expectations, right? And even if it's the smallest thing, because it doesn't have to be some big surprise, the UPS guy comes in and gives you this big gift unexpectedly. No, I'm not talking about that. But it could be that phone call that you get or in a way that you can encourage others. Like, for example, I got a phone call from I was talking to someone, a fellow JMTer, and we were just talking, having a conversation. And she said how much I inspired her through our conversation on something she was thinking about. And to me, that made me feel good that whatever I said, whatever it was, through my story, like Sherita said, sharing my story with her, encouraged her to move forward and do what she had to do. So I just believe that we just have to live life in expectation.
We really do.
And just be intentional about how we give of ourselves to others, because it does come back to you. It really, really does. I believe in that.
Michelle, okay, so it's today Celebrate. She is suggesting that we start a Facebook page on this. I think it's an excellent idea.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yes, that's great. I'm sorry, I try to go in and out of looking at the screen.
Yeah, she said, do you have a Facebook page? I was like, no, we don't, but we will by this weekend.
Thank you. I love it.
I had to pass it on. So yeah.
Bola, we only got you on audio.
Joy.
I heard him. Where'd he go?
He wants to join in for a minute. Yes, absolutely.
That's a great idea. Yes, raising great. Nice.
Raising great men. That's
Yes,
a great
I
title.
love that.
No, raising great men. Oh,
If someone wants to
Yes.
come in the seat,
How is he?
type in the message.
We can't hear you, Troy.
you know, we
I hear Troy and he's not on the screen.
He's gone.
Oh, really? Okay. I know y'all can hear me. Okay, my computer is freezing a little bit. Let me try to close some.
Let me pop out so that
I could pop out, Sherita, because I just came in and popped in, so I'll pop out.
Oh, you don't have to. I can pop out.
No, I pop out first.
Okay, one of you better pop out.
Okay, come on in.
Love Ryan.
Celebrate. Michelle is her name. So come on in.
Come on in. Who's coming in? Michelle, you said?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she was the one who made the recommendation that we
Oh, I love it.
that we started Facebook. I thought that too. That's an excellent idea.
Oh, she said the host has to accept her.
Oh, okay. So we have to wait for Troy.
Okay.
So can anyone else tell us what they think about our idea to, do 30 intentional
Oh, you gotta wait for me?
Okay.
month of in the month of November. What do you think about that?
Okay, hold on.
Steven, how about you tell us what you think? He says, wow.
We just did not. Oh, wow. Acts of kindness for 11.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That is awesome. I'd love to hear about that. Raising great men. You should come up. I'll pop out. Troy, is Troy still there? Because he has to be the one to
yeah, he has to be the one to accept everyone in.
Yeah. I see him up there. He needs to Yes. Oh, okay. She said, I'm loving
the reason why we're doing this is because we're all John Maxwell team members. And John has a new book that just came out called Intentional Living. And with this book, it's a program that you can actually go through. With it, what it allows us to be able to do is every day for 30 days, we get a video from John where he talks about things that we can do intentionally, to course a path for our life, right here, right now, where we are. And so the three of us got together and decided, hey, we need to talk about this because it's really, really exciting for us. As a result, I decided that I wanted to raise funds to have 500 veterans sponsored through this program. And Bola's in education. And Bola's doing something amazing tomorrow. She's going to bring a group of educators together. And she's already started doing these kind acts with these acts of kindness. She's actually going to give every single person at her group tomorrow a notebook, a beautiful notebook, so that they can, write down their journey after she explains to them what she wants to do. So we'd love to know all of you all's input on that, because any ideas that you have that we can give to our friends. We're definitely going to start a Facebook page this weekend, so look out for that.
We are going to start a Facebook page because we want to hear your stories. We want to hear how you are performing or demonstrating acts of kindness with family members, strangers, people on the job, because I know how that can be, right?
Yeah.
There were I know that Troy had how many suggested acts of kindness on a list? I think there were like 100 and something.
Yes, 100 different acts of kindness.
So we might tweet that. I'm gonna ask him to tweet that just to give people ideas on what they can do. Hi, Troy.
Back.
I'm glad you're back.
Do you want to come in?
Huh? Oh yes, Celebrate wanted to.
Okay.
Somebody wanted to come. Who wanted to come in?
Okay. I got her now. Okay.
Perfect. Yay!
Hey, Michelle.
Hi. So cool.
Sorry for the audio technical difficulties.
Welcome to Blab, right?
It says beta up there.
It does say beta, but what an amazing platform. What an amazing. In the 3 weeks that I've been here, I have met the most coolest people. I mean, I know that's
right. Us too.
But listen, real quickly, I'm in South Florida, and I know one of you's in Pensacola, and I don't know where the other one is.
I live in Port St. Lucie.
I'm near Fort Lauderdale.
Get out of here. Are you really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. I know. So listen, yeah, if you get the Facebook page, because what I do is I work with, I work with women, and my story is a long story, and I'm not going to give it to you right now, but I can spread the word.
Good.
And I am, and on that Facebook page, because I just heard just the tail end of what you do, John, and I don't see John on here. So anyway, John evidently did 30 days or is doing 30 days of inspirational.
Okay, so let me explain it to you again. So
Explain it.
we're all John Maxwell team members. You know who John Maxwell is?
No.
He's the #1 leadership expert on the planet.
That goes to show you how much I don't know.
According to all kinds of magazines. Okay, and so we're all trained. We're all mentees of John. He's trained us speaking, training, and coaching. And so he just came out with a new book called Intentional Living.
Got it.
And in that book, John recommends that we do things intentionally for others, because he says that one is too small a number to achieve significance, and our life should matter, right?
Yes.
And so we need to do things that are going to contribute to others, but also contribute to our own significance, because we want to be significant. John says that all people want that one thing in their life, and that is to know that they matter.
Yes.
And that's important, because we always want to feel like that our lives matter to other people. And so what better way to have your life matter than to do random acts of kindness?
And I love this. And I think the month of November is great. And my part, if you do that, let's see.
We have to give that to Troy, because that was Troy's idea, right?
Yeah, Troy. And I've already friended you on Facebook. So now we're connected. So the minute you get that up there, you invite me. And then what I'll do is, if we've only got, what's today? Today's not the 3rd.
7 days.
7 days. We're good.
So, now hold up.
Are we doing a page or a Facebook group?
If you do a page, we can fly it out a lot faster.
Okay, we'll do a page then.
But on that page,
okay, all right. Now, who's good with graphics? Because I can create the page, but putting the graphics and all in there, I need somebody who's good at that.
We'll figure out something, Troy.
But get the page. It's not a page. It's so simple. And then anybody can go and like the page. And the thing is, if you want to redo that page again, like another 30 days down the road, say you want to do it for January or whatever, you do it whenever. I mean, I'll stay on that, and I can definitely promote it to my group. So I'm all about this kind of stuff. Yes.
Okay. So we'll make.
I don't have 5 pages. I do.
Oh, wow.
I got about 3 or 4 myself, Michelle.
Ridiculous. But anyway, I think what you guys are doing is great. And I actually am on, I do a co-host on a lab on Fridays for women, inspiring women. And I would like to give a shout out to this because next Friday will be the last day of the month.
Okay.
And if this is up, then maybe I could just give a 2-minute shout out for what this is about and put the link of the Facebook page in there.
Okay.
The more we open up the message, the more it's going to go. And I agree with all of you. You're all doing your own little thing, whatever that is. And if you're keeping it really individualized, which I think is amazing, but it's still spreading the message of kindness.
Right.
Right. And I'm following all of you. I'm going to get off in case somebody else wants to jump in. But thank you for just 5 seconds of that. I'm just excited.
No, thank you.
I can say I was in the grassroots of it. Yes.
Yes, indeed. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have even thought about doing the Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
It'd have been somebody else, so it's okay. So anyway, y'all.
Right time, Michelle. You came at the right time.
Okay, awesome.
You really did.
You all are the epitome of what I promote, and that's celebrating who you are, like right at this very moment. So anyway,
yes, exactly. Hey, you got to get back on and share with us what it is you do in detail.
Well, that's another day.
All right.
No problem.
Okay. All right. Catch you guys later. Have a great weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye.
This is so awesome, guys.
It's catching on like wildfire. I love it.
Yes.
Love it. But yeah.
Does anyone else want to jump in the seat, like while we're sitting here and we're talking? But how about raising great men? How about you jump in the seat with us? You want to jump in the seat with us?
Anyone want to join us? We'd love you to come up and just give us your ideas on how we could do this, how we could.
She's coming in. She's coming in.
Coming in?
Yeah, she's coming.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Oh, raising great men. Yes, I'd love it. I love it.
Ryan said, jump in raising great men.
Yes.
Can you see me? Hi.
Yes.
I have a 4-year-old, so I'm always like, is he gonna jump in the blab with me? So
it's okay.
That's why I was like, okay, hold on, let me just get him situated, because he's gonna be like, what are you doing? Thank you I love this. I love your energy. I was just like, I just got off another blab, and I was just like, they are just so like full of energy, and they're doing this 30-day. I want to be part of this 30 days.
Yes.
Oh, he said he wants my earrings. Yeah, you know what? I live in New York. What I love about New York, you can always find somebody selling something so cool. So
Bola's in New York.
I'm in New York too.
Oh, you are? So, but yeah, I would love to help out with this. Like I said, I did for compassion games. So what we have is compassion convos, but we did 911 acts of kindness, and just every day gave like prompts of what you can do, to like different, and there's my little one, different acts of kindness. But I just think it's great, and I'm glad she suggested like a Facebook group, so you can get people really excited. And if you're gonna do it for November, you have opportunities. I said there's International Day of Tolerance, Veterans Day, you got Children's Rights Day. So this is, there's a lot of things you can do.
Right. And Troy has like a list of 100 things you can do.
Yeah.
To demonstrate kindness, because sometimes people don't, they don't know what to do. Yeah. And they think
exactly
something so huge, but it really doesn't.
Exactly.
So huge, small steps and small acts, can bring something that
exactly. And that's what we did. Like you can offer people an option of like something from small that's like non-intrusive, where you can just smile at someone.
Yeah.
Something really big where they, decide to pay for someone's dinner, just anything like.
Yeah.
So how you change the energy in a community just from being kind, just from smiling, holding the door, little things, but prompts, and maybe even getting schools and teachers involved to say, do this challenge with your class and see, how they act towards each other.
Wow.
So,
yes.
Yeah, but definitely, guys, let me know how I can be of help and spread the word about it. I'm glad to help out any way I can. So, and you're in New York, so
do you have our information, our Facebook?
I started following you guys on Twitter, so I have that.
Okay, so yes, you will see it.
Yeah, so definitely just let me know and send me the link to the Facebook group once it's up. And I look forward
to. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Giving Tuesday, you might want to reach out to them. That's something that they do with nonprofits, where they give opportunity for you to give back. So check out Giving Tuesday too.
Giving Tuesday?
Yeah, Giving Tuesday. I think that's in December though, but still, you know what? This might go from 30 to 60 to 90.
That's right. We have to do this all year.
You really can. Kindness is never, there's no expiration date on kindness, right?
Exactly.
But you can always.
But it's true. That's true. I like that. Hey, Marie, I have a question for you. I was reading your profile, so you do a compassion convo on Blab.
And it's about challenging, but so it's different. So what we do is we challenge bias. So we take a subject, like today I did it on Black women and mental health, because it's like a bias when we think about mental health, what stigmas are associated with that. So you can't take compassionate action if you have a bias, right? Like if I think homeless people are lazy, I'm not going to be compassionate, kind towards them because that's my bias.
Right.
So how do we address that bias first? So yeah, so that's why this is like something I appreciate and I love to support. So I'm glad to see you guys doing this.
Yes, great to have you. Great.
No worries. So yeah, so I'm gonna jump off so somebody else can jump on.
Okay.
And you know what? Have a blab marathon on the last day of the challenge. Just invite everybody who's part of it. Yeah, you know, invite everybody who did their challenge to come on and share what they did and how it impacted their lives.
That's it. We actually, I'm glad you said that because we did have, we're going to do something along the lines of each week. Right?
Okay.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
What that's going to entail?
Yeah, we're gonna be weekly. Our blab is gonna be weekly at 3:00 Central, 4 Eastern, and for the month of November, we're gonna be doing the intentional acts of kindness. And what we want to do is to have everybody to join the blab and jump in the seat and talk about who they impacted, experiences and stuff like that. We also are going to those that participate. We're going to be giving away, each one of us are coaches, so a person to get each week, they'll win a complimentary coaching, 30-minute coaching session with one of us each. And then on the fourth week, we're going to have we have a John's Intentional Living book. We're going to have a giveaway of one of his books. So we're really excited about this, and we're really trying to get people involved. And we just want to make a difference.
Doing this lab, you're reaching out to different people and getting people connected and excited. So you've already taken the first step, which is putting that energy out there, and you see people are attracted to it. So keep up the good work, and I look forward to see how this develops, and let me know how I can help.
All right. Thank you so much. Great. Awesome.
Somebody just mentioned about a hashtag. So we'll do intentional acts of kindness hashtag.
Yeah, or maybe intentional acts of kindness 15, because next year you're gonna do it's 16, right? You're gonna you got
let's do that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we gotta stay in touch with her. She's a wealth of ideas.
Of course. I look forward. I'm gonna get off.
Okay.
I hope more people. Come on, people. I'm gonna tweet this. Get on this lab.
Get on it now.
All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you so much. Wow, this is awesome.
That is awesome.
It is, isn't it? Okay, Bold Brilliant. How about you? You want to jump on?
Who's that?
Bold Brilliant.
Bold Brilliant. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, Bold Brilliant hashtags. Great, awesome.
You said hashtag intentional living acts of kindness.
Hello, Georgia. Hi, Georgia.
Hey, Georgia.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
We love your ideas.
I got that big message that said tweet your followers, so I had to.
Okay.
Awesome idea. Wow. And I love that you're all doing it together, like a Yeah.
We're into forced multiplication, like we want to be we got to multiply our efforts.
Yes, forced multiplication. I love it.
Well, it's the conversation, right? And that's what Blab's all really great for, is the conversation. And gotta have more than one person to have a conversation.
That's right.
And this is a perfect conversation. I like this idea.
Thank you so much.
And
we're going to definitely support you on our blab. We have a daily blab, and Women Inspiring Women. And so every day until the 30 days are over, I'm going to be blabbing about this because I love this.
Thank you, and we'll be following you.
Thank you.
And now you got a hashtag. You're going to start tweeting us out too. I'm going to stand and do something here.
Yes. Georgia, what about the men though?
We get men on Women Inspiring Women. The men are very important.
Yes,
this is so important.
I'm joking.
Questions, but definitely. We've had John on today. He was incredible. He talked about the courageous conversation. And so men are definitely welcome. you know, we chose Women Inspiring Women just because we want to, you know, reach out to that community and let their voices be heard, you know, to share their voices. There's a lot more men on Blab than women. Did you know that?
Really? I didn't know that.
And there's about 40, you know, it changes from day to day, but there's only about 40,000 people on Blab, which isn't a whole lot, actually, when you think about it. And, you know, and then, you know, only like a third are women. So, yeah. So that's where the Women Inspiring Women voice came. And then Parent Dome saying in the comments, 18 million on Periscope. Yeah. Well, there's a billion on Facebook, right?
Yes.
So you guys do a Facebook page. Spin that out too. And yeah,
we're gonna do that. I got another job.
I know that story. But yeah, Facebook group would be great. Let's get this happening. I love it.
I'm excited.
All right, well, I'll let someone else come in now. Thank you so much. So
thank you so much for coming in this time.
Thanks for doing that, Georgia.
Pardon me?
Georgia, where are you located?
I'm in Hell's Kitchen.
Where are you located?
New York City.
I saw her put that there. I was like, where's that?
I'm on 42nd Street between 11th and 12th. But I'm only here half the time. The other half, I'm in this sleepy little town on the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland.
Oh, wow.
I kind of jump back and forth. It's a long story. I won't go into it. But my intentional act of kindness today is I'm going to go down right now, and I have to do my daily walk. If I don't, you know, I've made a pledge to myself that I'm going to walk every single day, my 10,000 steps.
Oh, wow, I love it.
And so I'm going to go out, and my intentional act of kindness today is going to be put some money in 5 of those homeless jars.
Oh.
And, you know, really put that in there and give them a big smile. And, you know, there's lots of controversy over the homeless and people on the streets asking for money in New York City because sometimes they think they're millionaires there, you know, on the street putting their cup out. But, you know, I just don't believe that. I believe those people are there because they need our help. And so, yeah, that's my intentional act today. I usually on Fridays I buy pizza. There's at the Port Authority, there's this, which is the bus station, subway station. There's always this group of homeless men and women out there across the street. And at lunchtime, they've gotten used to me coming when I'm here in New York and bringing 2 large pizzas. And I just give them the pizzas, you know. So those are the kinds of intentional acts of kindness people can do. It's really simple. It's really easy.
Right.
So, all right. Thank you, and good luck to you all. I hope to see more.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go do my walk. And,
all right.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Bye. Oh, yeah. In the Parrot Dome, I definitely sit there. I stand and I sit at different times. And I definitely have a slice of pizza with them.
That's wonderful. That is awesome.
I'm starting to get to know several of them. All right. Talk to you.
Okay. Thank you.
You know, guys, what I was thinking about, you know, especially as it relates to homeless people. And there are a lot of homeless veterans. And what I realized is that a lot of them, because I've even met like very extremely well-known, successful attorneys at one point that are now homeless. And, you know, I said before, and I asked like the question, why are you all here homeless? Like there's this one absolutely beautiful lady. And she told me that in her instance, her mom had asked her to go to the store and buy her a bottle of alcohol. She went and bought the bottle of alcohol. And the last thing her mother drank was that bottle of alcohol. And it caused her just to lose her mind. She blamed herself. And so I guess what I'm saying that is to say a lot of times when people are homeless, it's not because they didn't manage their money properly or they didn't, you know, they're uneducated or whatever. Because I know this one attorney, for example, he's homeless now. Well, it was because his daughter was killed. And so he felt like he wasn't there to help her. He saw the signs and he did nothing. It was domestic related that she was killed. And so it's these types of things that we don't realize. And so doing these random acts of kindness for, you know, people like that would be absolutely phenomenal because it will give them, you know, a sense of hope.
Yes.
And that's what they need. People need hope. People need hope. In my roundtable on Tuesday that's coming up, I've been asked to repeat the principle of hope, or the value of hope. And I'm going to do it because it's so important. Hope is so, so very, very important to us. And what better way to give hope to someone than to do something kind for them?
Yeah. I think that once you give people hope, they get inspired.
Yes.
It's something where you give them hope, so it's from the outside in, and then from the inside out, they just become inspired to do more, to know that you know there is change, and the change is coming, and they you know, it's just awesome. It's really awesome.
Ryan, you taking off? Bye.
Bye, Ryan. See you soon.
Enjoy the weekend.
See you soon. Aww.
Anyone else want to join in?
Yes,
join
we
on
would
the,
love to. You're
absolutely welcome to join in. We'd love to hear.
I love the idea of everyone sharing. Like, for example, Georgia, when she came to the seat, she actually shared what she does.
Yeah.
The acts of kindness that she demonstrates in the city, and I love it. I mean, I love hearing those words, because you know what? It gives me hope that there are people out there that are kind.
There are more of us.
There are people. There are more of us, right? There are more of us. There are more kind people out there. So when you hear these stories, it just inspires you to even go out there and do more. And like she said, it doesn't have to be something tremendous. It could be something, you know, small acts, right? That's huge to the recipient, right?
Yes.
So I just, oh my gosh, I'm just excited. I'm so looking forward to next week when people start. I mean, well, no, not is it? No, we start next week, right? So it's the week after, on that Tuesday, that people get to come on the seat and in the seat and share what they did that week. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Now, Sherita, me and you were talking earlier, and you may mention that you want to give out some sandwiches to the homeless. And I like that. I'm gonna do that too. I got a friend of mine that we have been. I've been, saying, we want to go out and minister to people, and I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna get with him, and we'll get some sandwiches and just go out and just homeless, just to minister, just to do an act of kindness. And I think that, and like you said, a lot of time there's homeless people. I learned this from a guy who's he's part of our church, and he does a lot of he does a sobriety celebration. He said he's been sober now for, I guess, 15 years, but he said there's a lot of people that's drug addicts and they're homeless and things. And he said what happens is, he said we look down on them and we think that, oh, they're just poor, uneducated. But he said most of the time it's people that they were upstanding, living citizens, and something happened to knock them off of life, and that's why they're homeless, and that's why they're on drugs. And so it opened up my eyes, and I had to be like, Lord, help me not to look at it, because that could be me.
Paycheck away, right?
That's right.
Paycheck away. Can you?
I like to say you're only one thought away. One situation can take you there, because life has its challenges, and we all have to realize that we handle things differently. They were strong in their fields that they were trained in, where they went to school for, were educated in. People that were in the military, I could definitely speak for them. These people are very smart people. They have to be able to carry out their duties and things of that sort. But they encounter so many things that, we can't fathom. The price of freedom is not free, okay? No. The price, and so they suffer in silence, because unless you were there, you can't understand. But it's to understand that we all have our challenges, we all have our struggles, and that we need to give what we can where we can, and the smallest of things, even a smile. I try to smile at people when I see them, because even a smile can change someone's life.
Exactly.
A smile. I mean, something so simple as a smile can change someone's life.
True. Well, on the list, I mean, it mentions about a smile.
Yes.
People light on the road.
Yes, let someone in. Can you imagine? Everybody seems like there's such an hurry.
Hurry.
Hurry to get where they're going. And sometimes, what is so funny? when people are driving and then they try to cut in front of you and they just go into the red light and you're like, wow, okay, we're both here together. So what were you rushing for?
Well, what I find lately, Bola, is that if you let somebody in, people don't even acknowledge it. It used to be people nod their head or they say thank you. Well, I do that.
Wow.
I find people don't really even do that. You know, and that's another act of kindness. Just
Being
be
polite
polite.
is very much an act of kindness.
Just be nice. Act nice to people. But you know what? I also thought about, you know, when John says, you know, 1 is too small a number for something so significant. I think that it would be great to get more people. Like, for example, if we talk about intentional living, and Sherita was talking about the vets, for example, the veterans. So actually getting some people together to say, let's do this together would be great.
Right.
Or let's all volunteer, like a team of us volunteer to go and either feed the homeless or, you know, go and help the veterans out, something together. Because like you said, 1 is too small a number for something so significant as, you know, performing an intentional act of kindness. I think that it's huge. But and that's what you were talking about, that force multiplication. That's where that comes in, right? So it's phenomenal.
Right.
It's phenomenal.
Let me throw some out that I'm recommend all of us do. I do it periodically. The media have portrayed a lot of our people in law enforcement. When something happens, and it's been especially in the African American community, someone get injured or hurt,
right?
And it'd be a big uproar. Sometimes, you know, the officer was totally wrong. And, you know, in the law enforcement, you probably have 2% that's evil, racist, take advantage of the badge. But you have other 98% that's upholding the law and who they're protecting, serve. And periodically, I see an officer, and it's coming from a black male, and I say, I appreciate your job that you do. Because they're there to protect us. We do have some bad ones, but anything you have some bad. It's good for them to get the encouragement that we're there to do their job and not people to just put them down.
Yes, that's true.
That's so true. That is so true.
My son Jamal, he came home from class one day. I have to say class because he's not in high school anymore.
Oh, right. He's in class.
He makes me very well with that. But, and there was an officer sitting in his car on the side of the road. And I guess he had been sitting there for a few minutes or so. And so Jamal went outside to go, and he was still sitting there like 30 minutes later. So I see Jamal leave the driveway and go walking. I'm like, Jamal, where are you going? Mom, I need to make sure this officer is okay. Because he's been sitting there for a while. I'm like, wow. Okay, so he goes out and he like makes himself visible to the officer because he didn't want him to think he was trying to get on. And the officer rolls his window down, and my son says, are you okay? Like, I know you've been sitting here for some time. He's like, you know, you're so kind. Thank you for checking on me. I was just sitting here writing the report. And he was like, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. That's something so small. Whenever that officer sees my son anywhere, hi, Jamal, how are you? He knows him now because, you know, it's like to do something that we think is it's small, but to the person that's receiving
That's it.
The person that's receiving it, it's like the best thing that you could have ever done for them that day. You know?
Let me read you what Sean said in his book. Self-centeredness is the root of virtually every problem, both personally and globally. Whether we want to admit it or not, it's a problem all of us have. And so it's true. We all have a nature of self-centeredness that we have to, you know, and sometimes it's just life. You know, we get busy with our children, our job, and we just forget that we need to take the time to slow down, to make an impact on somebody, be kind to somebody, do something special for somebody, especially for somebody who can't pay it back. There's a saying, do something for somebody who you know can't pay it back. And so that's powerful when you do something, when you know that they can't return a favor, but you just do it from the heart and it helps somebody and encourages somebody. That's a great opportunity, a great blessing to be
it really
an
is true.
encourager to
You
somebody.
are absolutely right about that. You know, one of the, I think when Ryan was on, he was talking about that left hand thing that we do when no one else knows. I love doing those kinds of acts of kindness. You know, just to do something where the person can't even come to me and say thank you, even if they wanted to.
Right.
I just do it and I leave. Like, you know, for example, a prime example is, you know, take those coloring books and crayons into an emergency room and just leave them there. The people will never be able to thank me. But I know what it will do for a parent who's sitting there not feeling well or has a child that's not feeling well. And they can sit there and color, you know, and keep themselves distracted just for a little bit. So yeah, it's things like that and they compound for the giver. They really do. They compound for the giver. I told you guys, I'm looking forward to all of the extra adrenaline and what is that one feel good chemical that's released in the body. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Right. Yeah. All right. Right. And then it's really going to be energized when we start having people start, you know, Twitter, the hashtag.
Exactly. That's right. I'm looking forward to people coming on the seat and saying, you know, this is what I did. This is what I experienced. This is what someone did for me, you know, and this is how I felt and how I paid it forward. Oh man, I'm excited. I love to hear those feel-good stories. I mean, we hear enough on the news about things that aren't going on right? I want to hear good things. I want to hear good news. Good news, because I'm telling you, those are things that are not talked about as much.
That's right.
You always hear the negative in the media, but I know there are people out there doing wonderful things, and I would like them to be highlighted.
I believe. I just, okay, so call me, you know, I'd say I live in a fantasy world, but I believe that we live in a world where there are more acts of goodness than there are negative.
I believe so too.
The media definitely highlights those, the 5% that is, you know, doing what they shouldn't. But I believe that there's more people doing good than there are.
I believe so too. I believe that, you know, people perpetrate things because, you know, they want everybody living in fear.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and being afraid of each other. And so when we're afraid of each other, we don't want to lend a hand or even, be approached by people or even approach people. And I think that that's not a world in which we should live in. And that's not a world in which we should raise our children in. You know, I think that positive things that people are doing for one another, I think that people would be, you know, would let some of their guard down a little bit, you know. I just believe so. I really believe so.
We're gonna turn this around. We're gonna start to promote good things.
Good things, good energy. I love it. I love it. Because when you have the positive energy around you, it just forces you to think a lot better. I mean, I think about when the three of us, you know, met and we decided to do this blab. Now I'm just inspired to do so many things for people. I see this platform that of service to people and support of people. And to me, that's my way of giving back. You know, I have a lot of things that I would like to share and help people. And so this gives me the platform to be able to do it, you know? And you don't have to be a celebrity or anything like that, you know? Just get on the lab and say something.
Remember the quote. If you think you're too small to make an impact, go to sleep in a room with a mosquito.
It's true. Oh my goodness.
You know,
you'll wake up all eaten up, okay?
I mean, you'll be annoyed, you'll be frustrated from a little mosquito, you know, and so we can make what John say. One is not enough, but if we all together, you know, making an impact, you know, we can really make a change, make a difference, and that's what we want to do. I remember I was watching a video on Facebook, and what it was, it was a cop, couple of cops, and what they did was they stopped and was throwing football with the kids in the neighborhood. And so that goes a long way for them, just to stop and throw some football with the kids in the neighborhood. And then let them know that every cop is not out trying to arrest them or try to get them, and so, just doing, things like that, just to impact people. And we never know how, Bola, you're an educator, and part of being an educator, you could do one small thing to a child in a classroom, and that propels that child to be the president of the United States.
That's right. That's right.
And they'll come back and say, my teacher in the 3rd grade said something or did something that impacted me, and the rest is history.
That's right.
I think Oprah Winfrey actually credits one of her teachers
Does she?
for
Okay.
her success. Yeah, she does. Oprah Winfrey credits one of her teachers. So, Hey, Louisa, she was saying that we have to teach our children, about compassion and being kind. And it is true. You're never too young to do something kind for someone else. You're never ever too young.
Yeah. I think it's also true. I think it's also in the demonstration too, because what I find children always say, well, in my house, my mom does this. In my house, daddy does that. We go and we feed the homeless, around Thanksgiving together, or so demonstrating those type of things, makes your child more empathetic and more, tolerant of people. And so I think that we need to demonstrate more of that, because sometimes we can say things with our words and say, yes, I want you to be kind, I want you to be nice. But what does that look like? You can't tell a child, let's be nice, be kind, if they're not experiencing that in the home, or if they're not experiencing that in the classroom. So we have to give the children that experience of what that is, so that they can feel that, and then they will be able to pay that forward. I believe that. You have to teach children that by modeling what that is and giving them the words too, the kind words, the words of kindness is very, very important.
What do they say? Charity begins at home.
Yes, definitely, because we are living, like she says, when she gets up. Yes, because unfortunately we do live in that cruel world at times. But I think that if we equip children in knowing what it means to be nice, to be kind, to be understanding of others, to listen to others, to be cooperative, you know what I mean? Like to be able to advocate even for themselves, but do it in a way that's respectful and kind to others. I think that is what we need to do, with children.
Well, Louisa said that, which is true. Your mouth says one thing, but your action doesn't.
Exactly. I mean, I'll tell you, there were times when, funny story, when teaching a classroom and a child is, misbehaving, just hitting on other children, and you speak to mom, and I'm always like, mom, but little Johnny or Maria, is having problems with her hands or his hands. And the mother said, well, I don't teach that. I don't know where she gets that from. And then begins to saying all kinds of profanity. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, like demonstrating to your child all this profanity in front of me, the teacher.
Right.
So yes, I have stories, for days about those type of things, those type of situations. And that's why I say, Mom, Dad, it's not what you say necessarily. It's also in what you do. Okay? Yeah. Your child is watching. All eyes aren't sleeping. They are watching you.
Y'all, we have enjoyed.
Louisa said, the parents have to stop being fake.
Okay, yes. And they have to stop making it. Children see. That's why I love children. They are so honest. They'll tell you what they think. They will tell you what they think. They have no filter.
It's raw from a child. I mean,
and drunks are the two most honest people.
Yes, the drunks. Yes.
I remember when I was in the military. I was in the Air Force, and one day, my daughter came to my job, and my supervisor went over to her, and he gets down in her face, and she was probably like 4 or 5 years old. And he's like, "Look at you! You're so cute. You're just adorable." and she says, your breath stinks. And I was like, oh my goodness. But that's the sincerity, right? Hey, like, did you seriously just say, but mommy, it does. It smells like that brown stuff that people drink. Oh, coffee. I was like, oh.
I've got somebody want to join.
He just laughed. I was like, please don't let this affect my performance report.
Hi.
Hello, is this Samado?
How are you?
Hi, Samando. How are you?
Fine. And you?
Good. Very well. Thank you. So what do you think about our intentional acts of kindness? We're going to do 30 days of intentional acts of kindness in the month of November. What do you think about it?
I cannot hear you. Repeat what you said.
Okay, I can't.
We can't hear you. What did you say?
I said I cannot hear you. Repeat what you said.
I said, what do you think about us doing these 30 days of intentional acts of kindness?
I don't know a lot of things about this.
Oh, is he must be having trouble
Probably
here.
having trouble.
Yeah.
So just type. Well, we'll probably just have him type in the chat box.
Maybe.
Okay.
What's more?
Okay, yes. I don't know.
Can you hear any of us?
What?
Can you hear any of us?
No.
Okay.
I will fix the mic up.
He can't hear us. He can't hear us. He said bus. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know what
Background in a lot of
but
background.
I love that, we were having chats about parents and just, being intentional about demonstrating, their acts, what they want their children to model and do. So anybody else want to come up and talk about intentional acts of kindness that they're going to do for the next?
Yeah, Louisa, you want to jump in the seat?
Yes, Louisa. Yes, Louisa.
Oh, great. I love this. I love it when people jump on. We love to have you all jump in and tell us, what you think and how you feel about the different things that we're talking about, especially with this 30-day challenge that we're presenting. Hi, Louisa.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Excuse me. I just came home from the hospital, so I'm just here on Blab, and I just saw this chat, and I was like, "Oh, I'm jumping on this because this is my thing."
You're so much for jumping on.
This is my thing. My name is Luis Otero, and I'm a coach. I live in New York City, and I coach single moms. That's what I do.
Wow.
Okay, and what I talk about all the time is that they are their children's first role model. Okay. A lot of times what I see is a lot of parents are always pointing fingers at everybody outside. The teachers, authority, family members, friends, reality TV, all the stuff, instead of taking responsibility that they are their children's first role model. So, a lot of time when I say parents are fake, parents go into schools and they say, that's not my child. I don't know how my child doesn't bully. My child doesn't do that. And you know what? In the home, all this is happening. So like you guys were talking about, children are going to do what they see. Children are going to say what they hear. And no matter how much you try to sugarcoat it, kids are honest. Kids say the truth. Okay? And what drives me crazy is that I want parents, single moms, dads to really take responsibility for your kids so the streets don't get to them, okay? And you get them tools from a young age. And you know what? This starts from a young age. You can't discipline or teach your children at 15. I'm sorry. You have to start from a young age, and the way you start is by being this way yourself, okay? A lot of times, you know what? A lot of these young moms, they're single moms, and it's hard as it is. And they're so overwhelmed that they're looking for other people and places and things to help them. And you know what? Everything they need to help their kids is within themselves, okay? And it's very important because you know what? We want to break these generational cycle of abuse. We want to break all these cycles of, of kids not being loved the way they're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We have to give our children attention. We have to sit with them. We have to listen to them. We have to talk to them. We have to help them do their homework. We have to do, I mean, we have to be the advocates, because if we don't, your children are going to get lost. So this conversation is really, really important to me. So that's why I jumped on. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Aunt Louise. Thank you. Because what I do support parents in that I talk to them about how they can form that homeschool connection and the different questions that they can ask teachers. Right. I said you should be a partner in your child's education, and you should be very intentional about it.
That's right.
Sometimes what I find is that they don't know the right questions to ask of the teacher. And I said, when you go into a parent-teacher conference, it shouldn't be a monologue. It needs to be a dialogue.
Thank you.
You yourself have to understand. You have to know what your child's strength is. And I'm not talking about just academically, but socially. My child is a child of integrity. My child is a child of resilience. My child, you should be professing that about your child. And when you go to the school with the teacher, you ask, what are my child's strengths? What do you perceive my child? Don't go in talking about, because I would get parents all the time coming in. The first thing they know in their head, they just assume that I'm going to tell them all these negative things about their child. And I say to myself, no. Yes, he's having challenges with maybe behavior or things like that, but he's working on it. Right. But his strength is this. Let's capitalize on the strength of the child. Yes, I'm not saying don't ignore the parts that he has to improve on, but if we work together, me, you, mom, and the child, if the three of us work together, they'll have the tools to support themselves socially. But let's not always focus on the negative, because a lot of children say, you know what, I'm no good. I know I'm no good. Right. And I say, why? Why do you think that? It's because of what they've been told. That's not reality. Right. But it's been made their reality.
And you know what it is too, that children are not being built up. Build up your child. Yes. Build them up. Yes. How beautiful you are, how strong you are, how smart you are. You're kind, you're compassionate. You know what? And all that's going to stop a lot of this bullying that's going on in these schools at kindergarten. Bullying is at kindergarten. Go figure. How scary is that? I find that really, really disturbing that at kindergarten, my granddaughter was in kindergarten, and the first day she got on that bus, somebody tried to abuse her, and I told my daughter, either you go up there and handle it, or I will, as a grandmother. Okay? She nipped it, and you know what? Because that's what we have to do as parents, as grandparents. We have to protect our children. Okay? And children don't bully just because they bully. I'm sorry, they don't. That comes from the home.
That's it. It's modeled behavior. It's a learned behavior.
That's right.
And it does start in the home. It absolutely.
It's a learned behavior.
So we should also unlearn parents. We should encourage parents to do intentional acts of kindness with their children.
I do it. I do it.
Yeah, she's a coach.
I take my grandchildren with me to when I serve. I take them with me when I go out there and I go to an old folks home and to help them read. I teach them to be kind. I teach them to help somebody, an old lady that can't cross the street. These are 4-year-olds and 9-year-olds. This is a 4-year-old and 9-year-old. But if we don't teach that, that's not in their space. So they're not going to give that to anybody because they don't have it.
That's it. Yeah. I always say you can't give what you don't have.
That's right.
You cannot give what you don't have. That's why we have to do a lot of deposits of positive things if we want to make those withdrawals. Yeah. If you haven't deposited anything in children and life of a child, how are you going to reap on your investment? What did you do to invest in the child? So we need to start thinking about that and be very intentional about that. Yes. And what Sherita said is so true. This whole month, these 30 days that we're talking about, doing intentional acts of kindness with our children, to our children, because they have to also be recipients of kindness as well.
Amen. I agree. And you know what? My heart hurts for a lot of these single moms because they are doing it alone. And it is overwhelming and it is hard for them. But you know what? Everything they have that they need to raise their children is within themselves. They have to get right with themselves in order for the children.
I always say that too. We are all coaches as well. And one of the things that we definitely say, I say this about just people in general, that the answers are within you. You're fully equipped. You just have to become aware that you are.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah,
You got to get out of the victim role. You know what? Your circumstance is your circumstance. You can't change that. You have to look forward, and you have to reach out to people. There's a lot of good people in the world that will help you if you reach out.
That's it. Find a support group. That's what I say. Find a support. That's exactly what the three of us did. We got together. We part of John Maxwell. We said,
awesome. I love it. I love support groups. It's so important. Too many people are so negative, and people walk around in the world today. I don't trust people. That's crazy. We need each other.
Yes, we do. We do.
Bola, I like that idea of intentional acts of parenting. That might be an area that you can look at, Bola.
Yes.
Because because this whole premise of what we're doing is about intentionality from John Maxwell. And those that came on, John Maxwell has a book, if you can see it, John Maxwell, Intentional Living. And so we decided to start the intentional acts of kindness, 30 days intentional acts of kindness in the month of November. And we're just wanting to do simple things. It could be big, could be small, just to make a difference in people's lives. And that's all we want to do is make an impact and live a life that we're constantly aware that, hey, what can I do? And even before John Maxwell started his book, periodically I would get up and I would ask the Lord, and in my prayer time, I would say, who can I inspire? Who can I influence? And who can I impact? Right. And so I will look for opportunities to do that. Naturally, I do that, but I wanted to put more focus on it. And then came John Maxwell with his intentional living. Now I want to take it to another level. Want to make it greater, and we can, especially a child. I mean, at church, I do like this. Children see as parents, and we forget that children are people too.
Yes. Right.
So we have to be careful. So I can't go and see a child who's 4 years old and then treat the child very bad or very negative and don't value that child. Well, when that child gets 35, he may be the one to help me in the nursing home.
That's right.
Remember that how I treated him. And so we have to realize that children, they're the future, and they have value, and so treat them with respect, just like you treat an adult. I mean, not on a level as adult, but so I see the children, I pat them on the head, I shake their hand, I talk to them high school and how you doing and stuff like that. And so we need to do that even with the children.
That's it.
Well, they needed even more, because we're grooming the future leaders of this country. We're grooming the future, CEOs and executives sitting in corporations. And that's what we have to, always be mindful of. And, as parents, as teachers, educators, we have a responsibility to them to make sure that they're able to go to those next levels and really are strong and solid in who they are as individuals, and the potential that they have within them, because that is so extremely important. To feed the potential of the children is so important.
And you know what I say? He said they're our future. They're our now.
That's
now. Right? So we have to plant those seeds into them now, so they can grow up to be those positive role models. You know what I'm saying? Those CEOs, whatever there is. I tell my granddaughters, you can be whatever you want to be. You want to be, you can be. Put yourself out there, respect yourself, respect other people, have integrity, and you can have and do whatever you want. And and that has to come from us as authority figures, as just people in the world. What happened in this generation is the kids were taught, if that's not a family member, you don't listen to that person. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to teach our kids to trust people, but there's a lot of wisdom. A lot of young people are not sitting down and listening to wisdom. There's so much wisdom in the world, and we all learn and we all grow. I want to learn and grow until I'm 109 and in my grave. I want to learn every day, and I learn from children. I learn from animals. I learn from nature. It's education, and that's what we have to put into our children.
But it's funny that you say that, because I think that what makes a child, all of us grow is curiosity, right? So we always want to know why, like why, what's going on. But I think that, when children, I think about when I was small, and, you ask your parent, well, why this, why that? And they say, because we said so, right? And then they stop. The question stops. Right? So because kids stop
Because
questioning.
we knew better. We knew better.
They stop asking questions, right? And they stop wanting to know why. So because they just feel, well, because mommy said so. So when I go to school, it's because the teacher said so. And if I go to the work, it's because
You use creativity from the children.
what do I have from within when everybody says so, right? So now it's like trying to reprogram them to say, you know what? You have everything you need is within you. But we have to ask them those questions, right, to bring it out of
Let
them.
them speak their voice. You know, children should not be seen and I heard. Children should be able to express themselves.
And I heard that a lot of
That's
times.
old school. That's the old school. My mother said, shut up. I have to shut up, even though I wanted to continue to talk. But I didn't raise mine that way. I gave my children a voice because they are human, like you said. They're little people, but they're still human. And you know what? If they can't speak to you, then they're not going to speak to you about anything that's going on in their lives because they're shut down. So you're telling them to be quiet. Speak.
I'm gonna jump out of the seat and give someone else a chance to.
Oh yes, who wants to come
that's
in?
important that we. I think a good. I'm going to persuade Hope in a Bottle to come in.
I was going to
Hope in a Bottle. Yes. Oh, that sounds great.
Jump out, but I can't. But if somebody come in, I have to be the one to click on.
No, you stay.
You know
in
what?
that seat.
I'm gonna jump out too to give somebody else a chance to. But
okay, Louisa.
Thank you. And I'm following all of you because you know what? I think that the more people like us this is where the change is gonna come. More people like us, change will come. So thank you for the invitation. Have a blessed day, okay?
You too. Okay. So we are talking about intentional acts of kindness. We're doing this the whole month of November, and we're going to have people come in and talk about how they demonstrated acts of kindness for the month, for the week, actually, weekly, because we'll be on every Tuesday, right, Troy? Every Tuesday, 3 Central Time, but 4 Eastern Standard. Okay, so I always have to remember because I'm Eastern Standard Time. I'm in New York.
Right on one of the seats, the hot seats. Don't be scared.
No, please, don't leave us here by ourselves. Come on, join us, join the party. We're talking about intentional acts of kindness and why it's so important. And anyone who has, a story, please, we love stories. Come share your stories. Any story that you have in which ways in which you demonstrated kindness to someone, and even on the job, because it's not always easy. I know, with different personalities. But you're always known for bringing in your sunshine. That would be great. Oh, good. Hope in a Bottle said, okay, give me a minute. Great. Awesome. He's going to be on. Awesome. Anyone else? Just get in the queue. Come on.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're talking about the 30-day challenge, intentional acts of kindness, birthed out of, Anthony's popping on. It's birthed out of John Maxwell Intentional Living book. And so we are excited about what's going on. We want to make an impact. We want to influence. We want to inspire others to make a difference in their family, in their community, and in their home. So if you got if anybody got any questions, you can also put questions in the box. We still have another open seat. We're waiting on Anthony to pop on, Power Incorporated. He's also a fellow JMTers.
Great. We
are JMT. We with John Maxwell Group. If you heard about John Maxwell, he's one of the leading authorities in leadership. And so we're part of that group. We're part of the team. And so we are really trying to push his book, talk about his book, Intentional Living. We're going to, Tuesday now, we're going to be doing chapter 2 of the book, discussing chapter 2 of the book. In November, we're going to start doing the 30 days of acts of intentional kindness. Anybody else want to join on one of the seats?
And we're also going to be sharing the experiences, because I know that John actually challenged us, the John Maxwell team, to actually take the 30-day challenge, in which he had different activities that he wanted us to do and perform, either by ourselves or even with other people. And part of it was, even spending time with your family, being intentional about scheduling time with your family. Because I know sometimes, we are so caught up with work, but our family is very important. It's a way for us to connect, and it's a way for us to re-energize ourselves being with people that we love. So being intentional about that is very important. To fitting them in that schedule, very important. So yeah, I really enjoyed taking the challenge. Actually, it really forced me to think about, I'm not spending enough time with so-and-so.
Right, yes.
And you know what? The recipients of it are like, wow, you changed. Wow, great. Thank you for giving us your time. So
we
good.
have another seat. Anyone want to join one of the seats and share about intentional?
Or if you have any questions, you can ask, and we definitely are here to serve you and to hear your thoughts on acts of kindness.
Can you see Power Incorporated, Bola?
Yes, I can see. He said it shows I am on, but it just seems like it's rebooting. Yeah, he says it shows that he's on, but I don't see him on yet. So yeah, we can't see you. He said on my end is a black box. Yep, on ours too.
Let me try one more time.
Okay. Let's try again. Okay, I think okay. You popped him out of okay. So.
Oh, Anthony.
Yes. Hi, Anthony. Oh, we can't hear you. Uh-oh. We can't hear you, Anthony. Your volume.
The microphone.
I think, you know what? I remember it was something that had to do with my app that I had to get on. It was yeah. So, oh wow, is somebody else coming on?
Yes.
Okay. This is great. Feels like a party. Intentional act of kindness party. Anyone else, just let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Please, please join us. Okay. Okay. Anthony has a mic. Okay.
How you pronounce your name?
Can he hear? I don't know if he can hear. Okay. Anyone else want to join in? Anyone? We'd like to hear your thoughts on intentional acts of kindness. We don't want to be the only ones speaking about what we do. We want to hear what you do.
Hello.
Oh, bad internet. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Oh, yes, we can hear you like an echo, sort of.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just sort of like an echo. It's just like an echo. Can you hear him, Troy?
Yes, but it's not clear. I can hear you.
Not clear. Poor internet.
Poor internet.
The internet is acting up. Yeah, the internet.
Poor.
I would join in, but I'm with. Okay. Eagles. Okay, no problem. Well, anyway, next week we're going to be on Tuesday next week. So people have you have the opportunity to come on and start the intentional acts of kindness early, and then let us know on Tuesday. We're going to be speaking about chapter 2.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear him, Bola?
Yes, I can.
Sounds better, Lance. Yes.
How are you today?
Good.
Great.
How are you?
Great.
Yes.
Did you want to share anything about any intentional act of kindness that you've done, or your thoughts on the project? This is a challenge. This is a project that we're giving to everyone to do and to join us. And we're actually going to have a Facebook page.
Share.
So
hello.
Yes. Yeah, I can't really hear him, Troy. Troy, yeah, it's fading in and out. I think it's the mic.
Poor, yes.
Yeah.
Poor. Hello.
Okay. A friend of
ION
mine.
Chauchi or
Oh, who is this? Eagle's son. Please tell me about that. He said, a friend of mine challenged me 10.5 years ago to send out a heartfelt greeting card every day. I took him up on his offer and still do it today. It's been amazing. Great. Can you get Eagleson in here if he wants to come in?
No, he said that he's at a game with his.
yes, maybe.
Lanchin. Is it
Yes,
Lanchin?
yes, I hear you.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Nation.
Oh, this is
okay.
Okay.
I know, Sherita.
Where are you from? Where are you from, Troy Holt?
I'm from Florida, Pensacola, Florida. Where are you from?
I'm from Morocco.
Morocco.
Oh,
Okay.
Morocco, nice.
Nice, yes. And you, Bola Dizo?
Well, yes, we're from. I'm from New York. I'm in New York.
We can't see you. Can you see him, Bola?
No, I can't. It's a black box. I can't. Yeah, we're having technical difficulty.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
What about you talking this night in topics?
Yes. So we're talking about acts of kindness. So how? Yeah.
I don't understand you. I can't understand.
Okay.
Can you
So
explain more?
okay. So Troy, would you like to explain what we're doing?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hold on 1 second. We're trying to get someone else in too. Hoping
Nice.
about
What?
Okay, he keeps coming in and out.
Let's continue.
Okay, yes. So we are doing a 30-day challenge on
project.
So let me tell you what the challenge is, okay? Because this is really great. This is exciting. So we're challenging everyone to demonstrate an act of kindness to anyone.
What does it mean, kindness?
To be nice, to do something good for someone else or to someone else. So it could be if you would buy like a cup of coffee for someone or smile at someone, right? Or even hold the door open for someone or say, hello, how are you doing? You know, things like that to make the other person, the recipient, feel better or feel good.
Behavior.
Welcome, Rad.
Some behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
So that's what we're doing.
Hey, Rad. I only got your audio.
Okay.
Poor internet senior.
I think we have difficulties.
Yes.
Can you see Rad, Bola, or just you can just see audio?
No. I can't. I can't. No. I just see the audio sign.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to recap, Troy, about what it is that we're going to do and what we're giving our giveaways for next week or the week after?
Hold on, let me see if Hope and the Bola can get on.
Okay. Oh, wow. I love the background. I love the background. I take photos from faithful friends and make the outside. Oh.
All right, so we're gonna have to end this anyway. I apologize for everybody that couldn't get on. I don't know what's happening. Blab is in beta, but we will be back Tuesday, 3 p.m. Central. We'll be discussing the Intentional Living book, Chapter 2 by John Maxwell, and we'll do that. But then starting in November, we will be doing the Intentional Acts of Kindness for 30 days. And each week, we want everybody to come on and talk about whatever act that they did that made an impact on someone. It could be small act or great acts. We just want everyone to come in, jump in the seat, share what they did, how did it make an impact a person or people, and how did it impact them, share the testimony. We also will be giving away each week. We'll be giving away a complimentary coaching session, 30-minute coaching session each week from each one of us. And then on the fourth week, we will be giving away John Maxwell book, Intentional Living. If you got any questions, you can feel free to contact us, Twitter. We all on Twitter and Facebook and all the platforms. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Troy Hope, LinkedIn. So you can reach out to us. You gonna try one more time? Hope in the bottle. Okay, you want to try one more time?
Okay, he wants to try one more time. Okay, great. Okay.
I don't know why it's breaking in and out like that. Does anybody?
Yeah.
I think it's more. I think it's more of a blab than anything.
Okay.
Because
yeah,
couldn't get Anthony on with his mic, and then we had the other people had issues. So I think it's more of a blab.
All right, you can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never had it do that.
Yeah, we haven't had this problem either. Did you want to have something you want to add before we go?
Well, no, I just wanted to share that Live Happy, the Live Happy movement. That's a great thing that's been going on. They actually coined, actually March 20th is now the International Day of Happiness around the world. And that's something that Jeff Olson had started. He started a Live Happy magazine and, just basically trying to make the world a better place, and all the random acts of kindness, the happy movement, all that stuff. You can check out those links I threw in there. You can go look at all that stuff. And, it's a great thing. I just wanted to share it with everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
We really appreciate everybody's input, insight, wisdom, words of encouragement, support. We really do. Okay. All right.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm reading that one right now.
Okay, good. I'm still reading that.
Questions. I love that book.
Yes.
I love that book.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we will be back on next week, Tuesday, and we'll be talking about chapter 2. We're going to go into chapter 2 of John's book, Intentional Living. And we'll also get people on the seat just to discuss any kind of intentional acts that they've done during the week, right? Anything they want to share.
And make sure everybody follows everyone and on Blab and also Twitter, where we can stay in contact. And please subscribe to our Blab because we really want to make an impact and really want to make a difference.
Yes.
And also we will be putting up a Facebook page this weekend.
Yes, we will. So we welcome you to on the Facebook page so that you can either upload a video or something of you demonstrating an act of kindness, or you just want to talk about something you did. We want to hear your story. Yes. We want to hear your story. Okay? So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
You bet.
See you
I need to go fix my video. See you guys later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.